Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. I am your King of Extreme, joined by my indomitable broadcast partner,
Two-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, Tony G, ready to successfully, once again, defend my prestigious title.
Here at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs.
What a great name for a show.
One of my favorite stipulations, I'll be honest. Call me an attitude mark, I don't care.
Stipulations aside, gimmick matches don't need their own show. They feel more fun when they aren't marked down on the calendar in advance.
True, that is neither here nor there. But also of note, speaking of gimmicks, just to remind our audience and the glorious KOE Nation that at WrestleMania, Tony G, Phil KOE, hair versus hair challenge, title on the line. We are kicking it up a notch.
I feel like
Time to bring you down a peg, Tony.
I feel like I'm putting more on the line in that, since, of course...
Oh, are you kidding me? My glorious, luxurious, flowing locks? I mean...
But I'm putting my hair and my title
the
on
KOE Nation and all the ladies in our audience are barely containing themselves.
I get it, but...
Don't worry. I'll put them back for you.
Let's be honest, I'm probably still going to be champ come then, so... I'm putting two things on the line. Not fair.
We shall see, Tony G. But, moving on to TLC this Sunday, not WrestleMania. Be there, be here, folks. See
Absolutely.
Tony get shaved bald WrestleMania.
Yeah, not happening.
So,
Not happening.
moving right along down the card. Let's start off with the Mixed Match Challenge. There we go. Second time's a charm, folks.
Here's the thing, first and foremost. This is a massive 12-match card. There are some rumblings about some injuries, maybe some afflictions that could hinder the card. So even with the last card changed as the night went on, this one could do the same. We are going down the line they are.
Even the Mixed Match Challenge had some injuries, and they're like, I don't think this was the original intended match.
It can't possibly be, because we have Carmella and R-Truth.
Wait, hang on. Mela Moonwalk for you, KOE Nation, and for you, Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast fans.
Mela and Truth, the Fabulous Truth, versus the modern-day Maha Foxa. I don't know. Do they have a nickname? I'm sure.
I heard one the other day, and it wasn't good.
All right, good enough. We've already delved way too far into this match.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Mela Truth. Wow, that was shocking.
Tough.
I'm guessing it's going to be on the pre-show anyway.
All right, so
it should be.
Moving on down the line.
Boy, what a fall from grace for the former WWE champion and former SmackDown Women's champion.
Ooh.
I guess they're vying for a spot in number 30 in the Royal Rumble. And actually, I will delve into it a little bit. The reason I picked the way I picked, one reason alone. That number 30 spot,
Dance break.
number 30, Women's Rumble. Who's coming out? R-Truth.
Oh my God, that's...
You heard it here first. You know it's happening.
Make it happen, WWE. Make it happen.
Make a mental note.
Okay, yes. You heard it here first. He didn't even share that one with me previously.
That's why I picked the way I picked.
If that happens, my hat's off. That really gets him out of a lot of problems there.
Sure does.
So, moving on down the card. Oh, man, I'm going to be dwelling on that one for a while. Table match. Natalya, Ruby.
Got some pretty heated build-up for this one. Got two vets in this match. One off the indie scene, one essentially a WWE lifer. It's not going to be a bad match. The build's been decent. It's a tables match. What do you not like about it? It could be on the pre-show as well. I kind of expect it to be. It's still going to be a good match. And all that being said, I think with all the ways that Ruby has antagonized Natalya, I see Natalya picking up the win just to get a little bit of that vengeance feel for the crowd. That's just how I see it shaking out. Nothing too in-depth there, but I got Natalya.
I can't really disagree. I mean, Natalya, for no other reason than the fact that, like you said, she's the WWE lifer, so the office is going to give her the nod. So, moving on to the next match, and one that I'm actually looking forward to. The match of Bobby Lashley versus a man...
Lashley!
That a man that I walk with, Elias. And when you do buy his album, you must buy two. One for yourself, and one for the person you will become after.
Right in the feels.
Yes. Elias's art, it's changing my life.
I've listened to it countless times.
I know. So, all that being said, I unfortunately think Lashley is going to technically get the 1, 2, 3 with some kind of disqualification-y, schmozzy ending.
Well, this is a ladder match, and in this ladder match, the guitar will be above the ring. Whoever gets to the guitar will be able to use it on their opponent.
Coal miner's glove rules.
Yeah,
I love it.
Exactly. That, you would think...
Now, I know you're saying there should be no disqualification, but you remember Hell in a Cell. So,
yes.
I could still be right there, folks.
That's true. You would think with the guitar being the stipulation, it would favor Elias. But yeah, like you said, you feel like Leo Rush is going to get involved somehow. Lashley hits him with the guitar. That probably happens. I feel like eventually Elias is going to get hit with his own guitar. Even though I'm still going to go ahead and pick Elias.
All right. I want Elias here. Yeah. I would love to be wrong, but Bobby is
I think this...
He's a monster they're pushing, and he's, if nothing else, he's a last-minute opponent for Brock.
Yeah. They should have pulled the trigger on that a while ago.
There's a lot of big guys on the Raw roster that could be saying that right about now. So,
and Lashley needed a mouthpiece to get him to where he is now. And
he's always needed a mouthpiece.
A loss doesn't hurt him as bad here.
His last mouthpiece, I will give him the last mouthpiece that Bobby had. He's done a few things for himself since. He's
fairly successful.
Yes. He's done a few more promos since and done a few things with it. But that's neither here nor there. So, let's hope it doesn't come down to that match, but let's move on down the card.
I hope not.
Now, this one I'm really looking forward to. This is going to be a great match.
Rematch from Super Showdown.
Buddy Murphy, Cedric Alexander, the rematch. Cedric Murphy 2. What do you got?
I really hope this makes the main show because I feel like it deserves it. Buddy Murphy, every time we've watched him, it's been highly entertaining, very enjoyable. He just seems to have that it factor, and even as a champion. So it's not like anything fell apart. Oh, he's a dastardly heel. You put the belt on him, it went stale. That happens for some folks. Not for him. He's kept the course, stayed true to it. All that being said, I don't see the title going back to Cedric Alexander. I think they keep it on Buddy Murphy here. It's going to be a great match.
I hate to agree, but I have to agree. There's no reason to take it off Buddy. No. He's the best champion the Cruiserweight division's pumped out for a long time. He's got us all watching and looking forward to the show.
Well, it's kind of gone. It was Neville for so long. Then it was some other guy we don't want to even mention for fear of, being labeled as something bad. Then we had Cedric for a long time, and Buddy Murphy. I like him as champ. I think they keep the belt on.
Yes, he works. And like I said, we've had kind of a string of, I don't even know, wonky champions. So, yeah, we've got a guy who's actually, you can build the division around, keep it on Buddy. So, moving on to the next card. This is a very busy card.
Chairs match.
Ooh. Mysterio versus Orton.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. As much as I want to see Mysterio take the W, and even though it doesn't really do him any good, I just see Orton taking the win.
Man. I had Mysterio all week. And then on the go home, I just actually got finished watching SmackDown a little bit ago. Mysterio kind of slightly came out on top on the go-home show.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, then it just
He's going to be
kind of
crushed.
flipped me, and I'm like, I thought a little bit more about it, and after the Hardy-Orton feud, Hardy came out looking defeated by a vicious, nasty Randy Orton. And that's been the entire build here. Ray's barely gotten any one-upsmans on Randy, so I think they're going to stick with it. I think Randy Orton.
All right. So far down the line. All right.
Yeah, I got to go with Randy.
I think it'll be a lot better match than the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, it's a chairs match, so it's a little gimmicky, but...
Gives it a little more freedom.
Yeah.
So, the next match, a 3-team tag team match. We've got the Usos versus It's a New Day. Yes, it is. And
I thought we were going with the bar there. All right.
the Bar. We'll get it.
All right. Well, it's kind of hard when there's 3 teams.
I know it's a crapshoot, folks.
Who you got on this one? I don't. They did have a really funny go-home segment doing the rap battle. I was very disappointed that the Bar did not get a chance to shine with their brilliant lyrical geniusness.
I know, but how are you gonna top heat like what the Usos are dropping?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just on the heat that their mixtape could generate alone, I'm giving the Usos the W on this.
I feel like the Survivor Series tag team build where the Usos were the main focal point. You could argue that the New Day was, but I felt like the New Day got a bit more screen time and a little bit more love as captains, if you will. So they've kind of pushed the Usos a little bit subtly towards this match, and being that it's a 3-way tag team match, things can happen. It's not a clean, you got beat by this person, it's not one-on-one. So I think here, the Usos pick up the titles. I think maybe they pin the New Day to do so, which could further the Bar Usos feud. Somehow they're going to do that. I think the Usos come away with the titles.
The safety picks off of Phil KOE's brilliance and genius, folks. Or maybe he's hooking up with his collusion partner again. I don't know. We'll see.
They're all right here.
We might have to reopen your collusion investigation, but that's neither here nor there at the moment.
Just a good chant, Phil.
Moving on, folks. The KOE Nation is undeterred. Possibly Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Now,
yeah, maybe.
when Finn is all sick and can barely move and compete, you'd think if there was a better time to pull out the demon, now would be the time.
No, you save that for matches like Baron Corbin.
I mean, yeah, there's few stakes that are higher.
There are.
Than a Baron Corbin match.
Yep.
So, forget when you're challenging for the world title or nothing. No, that's save it.
Yeah, exactly. I want the title back I never lost.
So, if
Let me get the demon against Baron Corbin.
The bigger question is Finn Balor's illness a shoot or a work?
Maybe a blend? Honestly, because here's my thoughts with this match, because they have
He's got like a chest cold.
Yeah. They've been doing this back and forth. Drew's been beating the snot out of Finn on and off. They've had some matches, but this card is so wide open, so many matches. Some of these are going to have to get cut pretty short. Even putting like 2 or 3 on the pre-show, you're still going to have to cut a few of these matches short. I think that this is one of them, because they like Drew McIntyre a lot. Vince loves him some Drew McIntyre right now. Drew has been on fire since returning. He's only had 1 loss, and it was a wonky loss just the other week to Dolph Ziggler, and he avenged that this week. So, I don't see them not making Drew come out looking very, very strong. And you do that by having him just wash right over Finn Balor. For time's sake, also. So yeah, I got Drew McIntyre.
If Finn's injury is legitimate, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they just pulled out a replacement and had Drew just flat.
Probably be Dolph Ziggler if they wanted to do a replacement.
Oh God!
You know it.
What?
He's a good little worker.
Oh, Dolph, I'm so sorry. Yes, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
Yep, you got the good little worker stamp on your forehead. Sorry, guy.
Regardless of who the match ends up being against, if Drew McIntyre has a match, Drew McIntyre's going to win it.
Yep, you're right.
Okay,
so,
there you go.
Ronda versus...
Is our only one that we differ on Elias Lashley right now?
So far.
Oh, boy.
Ronda versus Nia.
Whew.
Okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nia Jax. I'm totally kidding.
That's about
Ronda Rousey. Yeah,
right,
come on.
There's a difference.
No. There's no freaking way Nia Jax
Ronda's
leads
too
with
white
the title.
hot.
Oh God, no! They're keeping Ronda undefeated for a reason, folks.
Mania.
You really think that they're gonna give this feel-good win to Nia Jax, who almost knocked out their whitest hot attraction, Becky Lynch? No, I think she's gotten enough perks from that little snafu. It ends now. Ronda, I honestly think maybe smokes her.
That's what the fans want to see. So,
I want to see
but
that.
yeah, it'll be Ronda one way or another.
Yeah.
So,
Armbar.
anyways, so we've got the next match: tables, ladders, chairs, triple threat women's match. Asuka versus the man, Becky Lynch. At first, I was not a fan of that moniker, but it's really grown on me. And Becky, after seeing you burn Corey Graves on Twitter so bad, Corey, you need to apply liberal amounts of salve to that burn that Becky gave you, and you should also thank her for comparing you in the same universe, in the same
stratosphere,
multiverse as Bobby the Brain Heenan. That is the greatest compliment you or any other commentator could ever be paid. So, she not only slammed you, but also gave you the greatest compliment you could ever get. Damn, she's good. She might just be the man. So.
And Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, and Charlotte Flair. She's in that.
Not to make you an afterthought or anything, Charlotte.
No.
Considering the afterthought in this case actually technically would be Asuka. Fun fact. Asuka was added to this match supposedly because Vince saw the promo where Becky picked her replacement to face Ronda and was shocked to see how over and much cheering that Asuka received. So Vince is a little behind on the SmackDown show, apparently.
That's been the first one he caught.
Yeah, he must have caught that one for the first time in a while. But, because we'd already kind of seen Becky and Charlotte do a TLC match with their last women's standing match, because that's basically what it was. So how do you tweak that? How about add Asuka? This is going to be a fantastic match. This could probably, maybe be match of the night.
Yeah,
and that's hard to say, because there's a couple other ones that are really nipping at the heels of that.
This
title
one
already.
could potentially take Women's Match of the Year.
It could be.
It has that potential.
It could
now
be
it's going to have a hard time beating Charlotte versus Becky from last month. That one's a heavy contender.
Even Charlotte Asuka at Mania was damn fine too. So yeah, this is a big one though.
Catch us at our year in review video to get all that, folks.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, sir.
Just trying to get a one-up.
Yep, just trying to throw him off his game.
Subtle jab.
As champion, I'll give you champion's pick.
As champion, I defer to you. Challenger, who you got? I know who I got.
The man, Becky. I bet on Becky a lot of times and it hasn't worked out. I'm sticking with it here.
That just makes this pick that much easier because every time you pick Becky, she lets you down.
Oh, no.
I said this last month.
No.
I got Asuka. Finally gets the gold.
Ooh. I don't love it, but I do like it. I thought you were going to say Charlotte.
Nope.
I was going to, no.
Nope. Nope. You know why I got Asuka? Let me tell you why I got Asuka.
Let's hear it.
If it were me booking it, of course it'd be better.
Let me tell you something, folks. If we were billionaires and it was our company, we'd be doing things a whole lot different.
Absolutely. But the reason I've got Asuka and how I foresee it shaking out, Asuka gets the title here. Asuka can then continue feuding with Charlotte because that was the white hot match from Mania. They screwed it up, inserting Carmella, taking the title. They kind of screwed this up. Let's be completely honest. Asuka finally gets that momentum back here. Gets the gold. For the first time since being on the main roster. She's done 2 different brands. Yeah.
God, that's right. She was
Yeah,
on the
she's
roster.
been on Raw. She's been on SmackDown. Has yet to win a title on the main roster. She finally gets it here. Then what? She feuds with Charlotte. What does the white hot Becky Lynch do then? What does she possibly do?
Go to Raw.
Actually, I see her going to Royal Rumble in January. Maybe she faces Asuka and loses. Then Becky comes out 25 spot Royal Rumble, wins the Women's Royal Rumble. You think she wants to re-challenge for the SmackDown title? No. She challenges Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. And then the massive, huge payoff of Ronda, Becky, main event, WrestleMania 35. And it would be perfect.
That would be a perfect first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. So, that's a very good booking, but just having it be champion versus champion makes it a better match.
Oh, that'd be fantastic, but they won't do that.
We shall see. We shall see. So, we got a difference here,
We got a couple
folks.
slight differences.
So, moving on.
Come on,
down.
Elias and Asuka.
Oh, come on, Lashley and Becky. Actually, Lashley and Becky have both screwed me over.
Yes, they have.
Fast.
Feeling much, much better about keeping this, folks.
Greatest Royal Rumble. That one still hurts right here. So, moving on. As champion, I will give you the pick between Daniel Bryan and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Oh,
So,
boy.
as champion,
Man.
I will give you first pick.
So this is, I think, their official third one-on-one match since Daniel Bryan has come out of retirement. They did one right away when he, 2-3 weeks after he came out of retirement, I think. And it was a good match. Then, of course, we had the match where he inexplicably turned heel on the drop of a dime on the go-home before Survivor Series. Good match again.
It was.
This is the first time we are actually getting a true heel-face one-on-one match between the two. And I gotta tell you, as skeptical as I was when Daniel Bryan initially turned heel, he has really slipped into this character that he's fine-tuning it week to week. He's making it better week to week. He's really found a niche here with it. And now I can see why he pushed for this. He's really gotten his groove. And congratulations to him, first and foremost, from coming out of retirement and finding this niche again.
I was skeptical when he turned heel.
Well, let's be honest.
It didn't work out last time.
Let's be honest. His face run has been pretty dull, if I'm going to...
Compared to his heel run, yeah.
2 pay-per-view matches against Big Cass, who's not even in the company anymore, and then he had a very fizzled-out reunion with Kane for Team Hell No.
We were there live to see it.
We got to see that.
I'll take it.
He hasn't done much. And then the feud with Miz, they kind of flubbed it a little bit, if I'm going to be honest. Especially the end of it.
Yes, Daniel Bryan was absolutely right about that.
Yeah. So, this is the best thing he's done since coming back. And it's working. All that being said...
Hey, that's my line.
AJ Styles... Has anybody had a better year than AJ Styles? Ever? I mean, Mike.
Hulk Hogan, a couple
Well, I mean, that's the bar. I mean, nobody can reach
He didn't exactly have great matches, but boy, did he have some good years.
Okay, yeah, good years and good matches. And AJ Styles, I'm the biggest AJ Styles fan in the root.
Easily.
But man, this is going to be such a good match. I went back and forth on this a bit because I could just as easily see them putting the title back on AJ here and letting him ride this. But at the same time, I like AJ to be a favorite to win the Royal Rumble, and he can't do that if he's champion, so I've got Daniel Bryan to retain.
Dang it. The problem is, I also have Daniel Bryan to retain because, not because I have AJ winning, but because I think potentially The Miz would be a great guy to win the Royal Rumble. And that's where you culminate that feud for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. So
I don't think they'll do that, though.
So
I don't see it.
We're both agreeing, but for two very different reasons.
And sidebar, what in the blue hell are they doing with The Miz and Shane McMahon? There has to be a means to the end here. Neither one of these guys are on the card. And what they're doing right now makes no earthly sense to me. I hope there's a payoff, and I hope it comes soon, because it's really, really weird. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, we both have Bryan, vastly different reasons. Moving on down the card, if there's another injury, this may be the main event.
Could be, and this is another potential match of the night.
Seth Rollins versus Psycho Manus. You mean Bane?
No, Psycho Manus.
Bane.
Come on, you saw him come out with the gas mask.
Yeah, like Bane.
No, Bane. No, he looked like Bane because of the coat. No, he looked like Psycho Manus
Bane.
because of the coat. No, Psycho Manus.
Bane.
Manus.
Bane.
Manus.
Bane.
Manus.
Bane.
Mantis.
Bane.
Manus.
Anyways,
Dean Ambrose. Sorry.
Yeah. It's Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, Dean Manus.
Dean Bane. So, Dean Bane Bros versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental title. And because I'm going to become the new Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, I will go ahead and take this championship pick. And I'm going to go ahead and say, in order to make Dean's heel turn mean something, he is going to capture the Intercontinental Championship here at TLC. And he's going to do it the way Bane would.
Well, you're half right about your pick, because it's going to be Dean Ambrose, but he's going to do it with the mind games like Psycho Manus would. But, preferences aside, Dean Ambrose is going to win the title to mean something. He needs to achieve something with this heel turn, and winning the Intercontinental title would certainly do that. And that title kind of needs a little bit of a break from Seth Rollins. It finally got one from...
Not necessarily, but I see what you mean. You know,
well...
It's quite at home on his ways.
Okay. Maybe what I should have said is Seth Rollins needs a break from the Intercontinental title.
True. He might be in the main event of Mania, so...
Exactly. So, that's why I've got Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose can go on and do a few things, but I don't know how far they're going to go with this feud is the problem. That's what the only thing that makes me kind of second guess this. But, yeah, I think it's got to be Dean Ambrose here.
Well, all right, now...
Psycho Manus.
Dean Banebros will most undoubtedly take the Intercontinental Championship. But, all that being said, moving on to quite possibly the main event, if it happens...
just kind of expect it to be. I don't know why. Because you know the WWE title won't be in the main event.
Baron Corbin versus Braun
Strowman.
Yes. He's
maybe,
coming back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If there's any match on the card that's been a shoot, gotta be this one, right?
If
It's
there's
a
any
work.
match on the
It's
card,
a work.
If there's any match on the card that's going to be short, it's going to be this one.
Man, and you know,
I'm gonna say Braun's gonna come out, maybe 2 power slams cover him, and that's
it's a TLC match. On TLC.
Like it
and it's
matters.
gonna be
He's
short.
still gonna just cover him, and that'll be it.
How long? 5 minutes? Maybe 5?
30 seconds.
Ooh.
He's injured. It keeps him protected from getting injured.
Yeah. This really shouldn't be a TLC match.
No, it should just be
I'm going to predict right now that the crowd leaves pissed if that match is a squash.
They
and no
really
tables
need
used.
to make Daniel Bryan AJ the main event.
Oh, God, it should be.
Just once.
It should
Just
be.
as a goof.
I
Make the
think
WWE
AJ
title the actual main event. Just to shock us.
Oh, what a literal kick in the nuts that would be to AJ, who's endured several kicks to the nuts.
From
But
Nakamura.
he finally gets the main event spot for the WWE title, but he's not the champion. What a burn. All right.
So, all that being
So,
said.
yeah, we've only got two differences. Elias and you have
Becky.
Becky. Okay.
Come on, Becky. Don't
Wow.
fail me. And Lashley, you failed me previously. Don't you be doing it again.
I'll take a clean sweep, but I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous here. That's all right. The champion does what the champion does, and even if he somehow manages to pry this away from me on a crapshoot end-of-the-year card like this, we all know that the only time he truly shines is on glorified house shows in the desert.
We shall see, folks, because this Sunday, the KOE Nation reclaims the championship for you, folks. We'll see what happens. And don't forget, WrestleMania, hair versus hair. It's coming, folks. So, join us this Sunday for our review and my championship win at TLC. I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, signing off and handing it to my indomitable broadcast partner,
The one, the only, the champ, Tony G. We'll see you Sunday, folks.